Good morning, YouTube! What's up, guys? Today we're doing the Daily Puzzle 4, Feb 2nd. Let's do it. Alright, so here we can see we have a bit of a spicy tactic with queen versus two knights and two pawns. Interesting. So we'd only be a pawn down. However, this is quite interesting. Maybe we have to checkmate, right? So notice that these two pawns are both about to promote. In which case, we should make sure that they can't promote. And at the same time, we should maybe try to go for an attack, maybe something like a checkmate. While we have to also careful. While we also have to be careful about forks, pins, mainly not pins because there are two knights on the board, but forks because those knights are. It's very easy to create forks, like, queen to e4. Very simple move. Very easy attack here. Going attack this pawn, prevent this pawn from promoting to a queen. Also, we threaten queen takes g2, checkmate. So it's very simple to see that very nice move. However, with the move queen e4, this knight simply moves to f2, forking the king and the queen. So it's very easy to attack, but it's very easy to lose our queen. So we have to be careful, something like that. So let's see what our attacking options are. First of all, let's look out for checks. It can be queen f1, queen c1, queen h2. I guess that's about it. Queen h2, queen f1. Both squares are attacked by black's pieces, and the queen would be gone with both moves. However, there's also queen c1, which is a nice check. But what if black's pawn, g-pawn, promotes to a queen? Then what? Let's think. Okay, so if it promotes to a queen, then we just come to c6, and that should be done. That should be a good checkmate. If it promotes to a rook, same thing. Bishop, even worse. A knight would do the job of protecting it. So if we play here, a knight, would protect it. Okay, so now we know for a fact that, and the reason why I say this is because it checks the king, right? So a knight would, it wouldn't allow this queen to move to c6 because this knight this pawn promotion to a knight is a check, at the same time. So we do have to move our king. And so where do we move our king? Let's see. We can move it to g3 and then maybe f2 and then queen takes g8 or g1, checkmate. So yeah, I think that's the plan. We shouldn't really go back. We should persist with the wall. So yeah, g3. Okay, so now the knight moved back. Interesting. So this is creating the idea of knight to f1 check. Can get a little scary here. Let's see. We can maybe play king f2, but the knight just comes here to g4. That wouldn't do much. How about queen check? Queen check, no. Well, we have to allow our queen to come on the diagonal, right? So we want our queen to come to this diagonal. So how do we get it on that diagonal? I just see c6. Well, that's our only form of check. Let's see. I'm actually a bit confused. What do we do? Do we take... We can't take this knight because of the pawn promotion. Simple pawn promotion with check. Can we maybe block it? Forcing Zoblan? What do we do? Okay. We want our queen to stay here, as well as queen staying on the diagonal. You know, or a move that develops something to get onto that diagonal. You know. Where do we move the queen? Along this row. Can't move it to T1 or F1. How about E1? E1's not really going on the diagonal. How about A1? A1 can go to A8, but that's a little far. It's a bit far. How about B1? B1 looks good. Queen B1. Yeah. Okay, so that's threatening both B7 and E4. So let's go ahead and play B1. I think that's the move. Yeah, good. And so basically the ideal threat was queen to E4 and then queen to G2. Something like that, along those lines. Now here we can play like, I think we can play king F2. You have to be careful of this knight though. What can we do? Let's think. We can play... It's tricky. It's tricky. I think we play F2. Because then, if the knight comes in, then we just play... well, actually... Yeah, if the knight comes in, we also have queen to H7 to our advantage. So we just push the king back somewhere. Actually, where do we go? We have to go to E1, lol. Okay, so that's forced. Ooh, that could be scary. Ooh, maybe we don't want to get into that. Do we take? I don't think we take on F1. I think we... Well, we have three options. I think F2 is a bad option. I think with the move king to H4, you know, there are no checks. That's a good advantage. I think I like it when we have no checks. So I'm gonna play king H4. And that is wrong. Alright, king H4. We got this far. But what was the problem with king H4? Oh, I think it's just... I'm dumb. Okay, king H4, knight to F3, and then just pawn promotion. So it has to be king F4. Which is also wrong. Because... Wait for it. And... Wait, why is it wrong? Let's see. Okay, so we know it's king F2 because that was the only option left, but... Okay, we'll look over F4 and H4 in the analysis. Right now this is a force move. And... That's a force move. Other than that, we could also play queen H7, which I like, but that's also wrong. Let's see. It's a tricky tactic. We could play queen to... Oh my god, please don't tell me this whole time we've been aiming for a draw. What? We've been aiming for a draw. How could they do this to us? Okay, let's go to the analysis. They played us, dudes. Okay, so we gotta play Queen C1, and then we play G1, right? No, it wasn't G1. Sorry. Yeah, it was G1, but it was promoted to a knight. And then the king had to move, so we wanted to persist that wall. So we played the move king to G3. Then came another attack with the move knight H2, threatening knight to F1. So we played the move queen B1. After the check, we realized that we had 3 options, and we played H4, which was incorrect. So let's see why. H4, I think it's knight check, king H5. This is just completely crushing for white, or black, sorry, and we just promoted to a queen. Yeah, 3 knights ahead, totally winning. If it's 2 knights ahead, it would be a draw. Keep that in mind. So we know H4 is wrong. Let's go over F4. Was it just, yeah, okay, so it was knight D2. So they were just saying that, we just play knight D2 here, and this would attack the queen. After this, we could just, where would the queen go? Queen says, go to E1, says the computer, and then we could play knight to F1. So we just play back, huh? Interesting. So it's just a protected place, for that. Right here, knight to H2. Interesting. So this queen is, forced to control the square E1. If it leaves, we just promote, right? So we're kind of holding it captive with our 2 knights. So yeah, I guess we can just play around with those 2 knights. We can just attack it wherever we want to, right? What happens if we play knight F3? Okay, this is dead even after queen takes E2. Got you. So notice, yeah, that was the main thing. Queen takes E2. Black has to be careful because 2 knights is not a win. 2 knights against the king is not a win. So that's a strategy that white could use to its advantage. But after knight D2, queen E1, and knight F1. So just back and forth basically. But what happens if we go back? Knight D2. This is a draw then, right? Wouldn't this be a draw? Question mark. Queen B. Okay, queen B1. Okay, now it's saying king H2, play king H2. Interesting. Okay, so it's saying putting a king H2 because we want to get out of this pin, right? We want to make this knight mobile, right? Maybe go to H3, maybe H3, and then maybe even something like bring this knight in. So I see. So basically, we just have to progress with our king. All right, let's test. So we tested king F4, and we saw that black could escape. All right. Yeah. So here, so king F4 would allow this king to escape its pin, and that's not what we want. So the move king F2 is the correct answer, in which black plays the move knight G4. We are forced to play king E1, and this whole time, knight F E3. So it's saying here, that's what the computer is saying. But black played this. The tactic, this whole time, we've been looking for a draw. After knight takes a stalemate. Whoops, I don't know what's happening. Okay, it's not letting me take now, but it would be a stalemate in that position. If black instead play knight E3, same thing. We just play queen E4, and after knight G2, we can simply play king to D2. This is a draw. This is simply a draw. Nothing can really happen. It's a pretty stagnant position. If anything really happens, we have queen H7 to our advantage, but this is a stagnant position. Everything's pretty much pinned. So yeah, I'd say this is a draw. If king goes to H2, let's see what happens. Queen takes E2. Okay, so basically, we want to get rid of this pawn. 2 knights, same strategy applied. 2 knights is not going to make enough. So basically, this pawn is forced to basically promote. You know, same thing happens. Right, it's gonna be a draw. Whatever black does, we're gonna play queen takes e2, and that's a draw. Very good strategy in this game. I liked it a lot. I like that we found the first 2 or 3 moves. That's a pretty good start. You know, I'm glad we could get that far. But maybe we just have to strive for a little more, right? We just have to push a little harder. I think we can do it, guys. We can do it. We can solve these tactics. They weren't easy, but we can do them. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that daily puzzle for today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'd love to see you guys on the next one. Have a great evening. Take care.